Hi there everybody, how's it going? I hope you're doing very well indeed. This is myself, Matt the Tomato. Welcome back to our Transport Fever here. This is episode 4 of our French build, where we're using French place names, and in the future we're going to use French trains. We've got French signals as well, so loads of assets from the workshop. I might try and see if I can pull them all, pull all the links, and try to stick them all in the description. I think that'd be a good idea so you guys can access them. I've turned on my Christmas lights now. Let me... there we go. See, they're running all around the room. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, so we have enough money to establish our oil fuel production over here now. Might just wait until we break the 10 million before we do that, just so that we have a little bit of bank for when we do establish that route. There we go. So, and as I said at the end of the last episode, we're going to have to micromanage this a little bit here. So we want, some trains have disappeared. Okay, so we want this one. We're going to put it into the dark colour here. So let's purchase that. And I think I'm going to start with 3. So we're going to run that on the Donge exchange here. So the hope is that by the time this train makes it, so it's got quite a bit of power actually, which is good. It's accelerating very quickly. I like that. Of course, it's empty at the moment, but so that is going to shift. So the hope is that by the time it makes it down to Donge and then back up to the oil well here, the oil well will have produced some oil and it'll have some stuff to haul. Now, it may be the case that we might have to have 2 of these trains. We might have to because of the distance, things like that, but also depending on how much production the oil well comes out with. There we go. So it has produced some oil here. There is currently 11, I'm assuming it's in tons, units. There's 11, 12 units waiting there. So we currently have a capacity of 45. So one would probably suspect that we'll need another train running up and down here. We're going to need 2 trains, I think. So we'll have to, I think we'll just build double track and use points and signals, is what we'll end up doing here. So let's see how we do here. So yeah, that's picked up some stuff. So what we'll do is once that makes it up here to the fuel place, we will come back down here. We'll get the train to go past the oil well and then stop it and send it back to pick up some more oil, which by the time hopefully it makes it to the top here, it will have, the refinery here will have produced some fuel. And then we'll just let that run for a little while. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how much oil actually piles up here, or how much fuel piles up here. If enough piles up and we make crap loads of money, we'll get another train running on there. So we might have 2 trains running with 3, although this is apparent ease here. And it is shifting quite a bit up this track, which is pretty good. So that's not a bad train, that. Good. Okay, so that's arrived. That's just made $300 there, just from doing that. And the refinery has already started producing some fuel, so there's already some here, which is great. But yeah, we'll just run this across here, let it go past. So what's here at the moment? There's 10 give or take. Okay. This is going to be a serial moneymaker. This oil to fuel conversion thing here. This is going to be a big ass moneymaker. This will do well, and eventually this may actually make more money than some of our individual passenger trains. Yeah, so I'll move it in. Okay, yeah, so it does slow down. It will slow down for this bend, of course. Okay, so just turn it round there, and it will just pop in here and pick up some more oil. And so by the time it then makes it up here, there should be, yeah, there's going to be plenty of fuel kicking around here. Excellent. Okay, I don't need any extra cars, do I? No, it can haul fuel. Okay, good. Crude oil, oil, and fuel. Good. So by the time it makes it here, there should be some fuel to haul. So now I can just leave that alone. And fingers crossed that will be okay. So it's only losing about 500k at the moment, but it will get better because it will obviously be hauling the crude oil, but then the fuel is going to be worth a hell of a load more money. So and of course that's a longer distance as well. So when that arrives, that is going to make lots of cash. So that's going to be great. So there's only 8 here at the moment because we didn't deliver that much. But we're now going to deliver another big pile here. Another 16. I think it's for every 2 barrels of crude oil, you get 1 unit of fuel. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. But yeah, so anyway, we're now hauling some fuel. So we've got 9 tons of fuel here. I'm going to say it's tons. I imagine it is tons. So we've got 9, it's probably like 9,000 litres, I imagine, which is 9 tons, you know. So, yeah, I imagine, well, actually, I think oil's a bit heavier, so might be a bit more than that. But yeah, so that will then make its way down here. So we'll see how much 9 units of fuel makes. And that will give us an insight into how much money we're actually going to make over here. Because this is going to run itself all the way around here. And there's 20 now to pick up. Good. Okay, so we're getting there. I find that with industry, things happen a lot faster than with passengers. With passengers, it takes quite a while to get going. But industry is very quick to get going. As soon as you've got something that is ready to go, it's like, yep, okay, we're going to start. You know, it's almost like it had it sitting there waiting. So we made 300k just off of 9 units there, which is brilliant. So we're now going to pick up a crap load more over there. So yeah, that's good. It's going to happen slowly. Now, the production is going to slow at certain points because obviously they won't have had delivery for a while because we've only got 1 train. But as we start moving more and more stuff around and hauling more of this crude oil, we'll get more trains. As I said, we'll probably have a 2nd train running up and down here. And yeah, we'll improve it as we go along. Still shitloads of people in Trevoux, which is great. Trevoux has grown a fair bit here, actually. It's grown internally more than anything else because I built some of these roads. So this road here I built, so it's just started filling in some of the gaps here. So Trevoux is growing quite nicely. I think it's also gone up a bit as well. There's a few more apartment blocks around here than there were before, which is good. So that's nice to see. I think as soon as that tram is released, I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade this to trams. And yeah, that'll be a lot better. There's loads of people here. How are we doing, like, in general? So I'm just looking at this as well. Oh my days. 53 people waiting here. So again, 2 buses. So this almost might need a tram at some point as well. We might run it around here as well. It might go around this way and join up around and come back around here. So that might also be a tram because that's a longer trip. So yeah, Abons might be a tram. So we could potentially just upgrade as we go along. Bomb Pass at the moment is pretty good where it is. We'll stick with buses there for now. Unless we just change to buses and add more buses. And so Trevoux could maybe be unique in that it's the only place that's got a tram. That seems more interesting to me, to be honest. Okay, that couldn't take everybody. So we're at capacity over here as well. Which is kind of interesting. Wow. Bloody hell. Jeepers. Cool. Okay, right. So, 8 tons this time. Had 9 before, but I think we might have left some behind there. But we delivered more crude oil since, so... Okay, we're going okay, actually, to be honest. This is actually making money here. Despite the fact we've only really just got going. This is actually making money, this route. So I think the industries that are down here are going to be very happy. Nice, okay. So I think as we start moving this stuff around here, these industries are going to be... So at the moment, supply rating is not that great. But as we start hauling more fuel down here, there we go. So we've got 47% here. 58 over here. So some of these industries are starting to get some of the fuel, which is great. Nearly at capacity already. Now, does that not switch? That's my concern here. Will it only take 30? Can it not flip and go... Oh, yes, it does. Okay, it does flip. Good. Okay. Does it not do that over here? So there's 17 up here now. So we've got a new vehicle class available. These are tailor-made for freight, to be quite honest. They are really, really good. They're really expensive, though. So this one, yeah, so this one half the power. This one's really good, though. The class 185. Yeah, one of them's electric. That's the only real difference. But this one's got loads of power. Also a bit more speed about it as well, 99 miles an hour. So we may eventually upgrade this this train here to be this, which has got a lot more power and a bit more speed about it as well. So we might eventually upgrade this train. Yes, it has flipped. Okay, that's great. That's what I wanted it to do. Was just double checking that that actually does happen. Super duper. Okay. I'm really glad we finally got this going now, because this is going to make a lot of difference to our money here. I mean, at the moment, yeah, it's added another million to our profits here, which is really significant. And that's just one train. So if I got a faster train with bigger capacity, so I either get a bigger train with lots of capacity, and so just run the one train, or I get two little trains that just shuttle up and down here. Part of me wants to just get a really big train. I do like this train, though. This is quite a quick locomotive, this. It accelerates very quickly. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. So this one's got a bit more power. Weighs exactly the same, though, but this has got a bit more power about it. So I think this one will be even better, but it's got a bit more power, so we could probably add another couple of cars, another couple of coaches to that. Or I say coaches, it's more like carriages, because they're... Yeah. And it will perform just as well. So we could probably have one massive train. So we could double the capacity and have the more powerful locomotive at the front. Double the capacity and just run one massive giant train that covers this whole route. And I think that's what we'll do. That tends to be what happens with trains anyway. You don't run lots of little trains. You tend to run one massive one on industrial routes like that anyway. What is this big pile up here? There's loads and loads of people here. This is manic. This train is rammed. Still left people behind. This is absolutely insane right now. We need something better coming up here now. And I wanted to switch to the little SNCF ones that we've got, which are the French ones for the. But to be quite honest, I'm rather tempted to switch to one of these things and just have fast coaches going up and down here. I'm quite tempted to do that. And so it'll increase the speed as well. So we'll go from 75 miles an hour to 87. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit quicker. The other alternative is to switch to the double-decker thing here, but this can only do 81. But it does have capacity built in. But I think with this one and a few coaches, it'll actually be cheaper and we'll get a bit more speed out of it. It is, however, a diesel. So that's the only thing about that. It is a diesel. And I kind of maybe want to reserve diesels for... I don't know, this... That's a diesel electric. That's the thing. So it's... Yeah. But I think we really could do that. And these trains will be very fast. Which would sort this capacity problem for a while here. I could add another carriage to each of these two. Make it 80 and just have two trains rocking up and down here. Yeah, I reckon we could probably do that. Part of me is tempted by the double-decker, but it is more expensive. What's the top speed of the passenger thing that I've got on at the moment? 87. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. So that the existing carriages can actually do the speed that the new locomotive would be able to do. massively tempting, I will say that. Lots of people here. Also tempting to get another bus here. Yeah, I'll look into that at some point. Alright, how are we doing? What do we got here? We got 24 tons waiting there. There's 70 tons waiting over here. My goodness. Yeah, we already need to upgrade this. So I think once it's done its fuel delivery down here, I'm going to put it in to the depot. I'm going to sell the locomotive, buy the other one, add 3 more oil containers to the back, and run a massive 6 containers on a really powerful thing. I'm going to upgrade this already. That's how fast industry is. I'm ready to upgrade that line already. It's been open for 15 minutes. Like, real time. I've had that line open for 15 minutes, and already I need to upgrade this train. So much oil being produced. I imagine, yeah, so the keep high production, it's going to upgrade again in 7 months' time. We've upgraded over here at the oil refinery here as well. And finally, that tram is now available, which is great news. So I might go ahead and invest into that in a bit, but I think I want to invest into this oil line first, because this line is making shitloads of money. So the logical thing would be to invest in the line that makes the most money to make even more money. What's the cost comparison in terms of running? So this is 1.82 million a year. Against 1.7. That's not a lot. Oh, actually, I was looking at the wrong one. So I was looking at this one before. It was actually this one that we've got, isn't it? Yeah. So it's still diesel hydraulic. But yeah, this has got double the power and can go a bit faster as well. Yeah, I like it. So we will deliver this load of fuel here. We'll deliver that down to here, and then we will send it back to the depot. We'll upgrade it. There's so much, yeah, there's so much waiting here. In fact, I'm almost tempted to put 8 coaches on, because there's so much oil waiting here. If we can afford it, we'd need another 5 coaches at 5 million, but then we'd also be selling the... Send back to depot. Right. We'd be selling the locomotive that we bought for 6, so that will go for 5. So yeah, we probably do have enough money to be able to do this, but my god. Yeah, that's going to upgrade again here. So yeah, I think to keep up with the upgrades, we will definitely modify this. Right, so once that goes inside, right, we're going to pause. So I'm going to ditch the locomotive at the front. So we sold that for 5 million, so that's pretty good. Colour, purchase. Okay, so that's now gone to the front. Excellent. And we also want to buy some more of these things. So it's got 6 on now. What's the length? 109. Right, we're going to put 8 on it. I want to see whether it actually can handle it, really, as well. That's the other thing. Because if it can't handle it... But I think it should, because that locomotive has got a hell of a lot of power to it. I'm not going to send it all the way down here. I am going to turn it around here when it gets here. Oh my god, look at the speed. Holy crap. Turn around. There we go. It's because the whole thing hadn't quite come. Oh my god, that accelerates so fast. So there's 98 tons here. We have capacity for 120. So we should pick all of this up. Actually, there's 109 there now. We should be able to pick all of this up here. Look at how fast they disappear. 114 tons is now going to be moving up there. So that's a full train. So how is this thing going to handle the speed? Obviously, that's a tight bend, so it's limited anyway. But it can get up to 99 miles an hour, so... Okay, so a little bit slower. But eventually, it will be able to get up to a decent speed, especially when it comes around here. But it can obviously haul a lot more as well. So it is already going a little bit... It's around about the same speed, but it's hauling more than double what it was hauling before. So that is still pretty damn good. I wonder how much this is going to be worth. Remember, this is just crude oil. That's worth nearly 3 million. So I spent 10 million on the locomotive, so I've already repaid a third of the locomotive back. It's now going to take 39 tons of fuel down. Oh my god. So that, I think, is just about future-proof, that. Right. So we need to upgrade to trams here. So we need tramway. So we get bus lane, but we're going to need to go tramway. So, I want to keep the existing route, but I just want to upgrade. Ooh, is that okay? Yeah, the tracks have crossed there. So all the way around here. And then up this way. Trevoux is expanding massively here. Right, so that should be a complete loop. There we go. Right, so now these are bus/tram stops. So what we'll do is we will release... so we'll switch it to a tram depot. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot to hit apply. Right. So now that's a tram depot. So buy trams, so we can release this in. Oh, it only has a capacity of 30. I thought it could take more than that. That's a bit annoying. So we'll go yellow. I'm going to buy 2 of them. And I'm going to run the first one there like that. So now it's going to change between trams and buses. So how many people are on this? Right. So once this stops here, I'm going to send it back to the depot. There we go. Right, heading for the depot to sell. Oh, it's going to travel miles, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to go all the way up there because this is now a tram depot. Right. Oh, well, that's one of those things. I'm going to... Let's pause here. I'm going to buy a 3rd tram. I think there's going to be justification for running 3 trams here, because there's going to be so much traffic. Right, so the first tram has made it to the top. So, Trevoux, off you go. And we'll see whether these trams actually make money or not. Okay, so we now have access to the SNCF, which is the little train. That's the train I originally wanted to run on the 2 passenger lines that we got here. So we'll take a look at that in a bit. Okay, of course, there's just going to be loads of people here. We might be okay just running 2 trams. I think there's enough capacity, actually. The tram costs less than the bus as well to maintain. That was 4.7 to maintain. The bus was 6.2. So actually the tram is a little bit cheaper to run as well, which is kind of good. So yeah, as soon as this stops here, I'll do the same thing with this. There we go. So now everybody who's waiting at the stops should be stopping exclusively for trams. There we go. So a pile of people just got on that. Yeah, these trams are a little bit too close together right now. Pause for a minute there. Wait till this tram gets to the tram depot, and then I'm going to move this one. Yeah. Okay, off you go. Right, we might not need this other tram here. We're paying maintenance on it at the moment, so I will just sell it straight back. It's okay, we didn't lose any money on that because we didn't use it. But there are 51 people waiting here. The tram can obviously take 30. I thought the tram could take more. I thought it could take about 50 people, but I'm obviously wrong. Wow. Very, very wrong. But there's an increased capacity now. We can haul 60 people around Trevoux. But if need be, we will definitely put another tram on here if we have to. And we'll see how we go. Possibly when we connect up to other places, we're going to definitely need to put more trams there because there'll be more and more people piling in here. So that's going to be required. How's our train over here doing? 58. Okay, yeah. So because it's a bit quicker, I think it makes sure that yeah. But then there's more production over this way, so we might have gone a bit overkill there with the number of carriages that we needed. But it's still making absolutely shitloads of money. We have a vehicle in the Bompass Road Depot. Oh, it's going to go to be sold, right? Okay, yeah, of course. So one of the vehicles made it, and the other one didn't. Okay, fair enough. So the other one's still making it along. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. Okay, but that's it for now then. So cheers for watching, guys. In the next episode, we're going to check out the SNCF train, and we're going to see if we can maybe run the SNCF train along here. We'll have a look and see whether it's any good. But that's it for now, so cheers for watching, guys. This has been Mr. Buttley Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. Join me next time for more Transport Fever and our French-themed gameplay here. See you later.